Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're now watching Rails&Games playing City Skylines. Last time we built this metro suburb, and we added a train station here and a few other things. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to maybe check out this area and how we can evolve this area, and maybe here as well, because we have a metro connection there and we have good highway connection there. So some sort of maybe office slash commercial area. There's quite a big need of offices, so, or any workplaces at all. There's quite a big need of that, so we need to fix that. And it feels that it's a more correct way to do it, because this forest, I think this forest should be left as it is for a while, as an important nature reserve. But we'll see what will happen in the future. Will the nature reserve be written over, so to speak, and not exist anymore? Because there's been, at least in Sweden, there's been quite a few nature reserves that has been removed because there was interest to use that area for something else. And it was up north in Sweden. It's a place called Stora Sjöfallet, yeah, it's a place up in the north, which had quite cool waterfalls and things like that. Back in the 1920s, I think it was, but then they needed electricity, so they built the Stora Sjöfallet dam. I think there's quite a few dams there. I think there's a silver dam as well, but I think it was opened a bit later. But what they basically did was that they removed the nature reserve so they could build a hydropower plant there. But enough about that. Let's get building. Let's get going here. Oh, too bad. Okay. Okay. So how can we develop those areas that we already have ground for? Well, here we can. What we could do, but I think the that's a question. There's quite a big question. Quite dense traffic there, so. But yeah, why not? You know, we have to solve problems as they arise. So, as the problems arise. But the question is, how should we build this one in a smart way? Let's build like that, and then I like this sort of square structure, which I do. It's quite an inspiring way to build a suburb, and so we have sort of, we're going to let the road go around and everything, and then make it cross the perimeter like this, just to get a bit of variation. You don't really want too much of these 90-degree turns. No. So then here in the middle we can have some there we go. So we can build something here. Some little in we go. Looks quite cool, doesn't it? And straight out the road there, like that. Yeah, it inspires me to build something else. But why not build like a okay, where's the train station? Oh man, the subway station. It's there. It's quite a good location for it. So we can make this pedestrianised quite easily. Although we have to turn down some buildings. But I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. Wait. You want to go down the slope or not? Cool, now there's an underground path. that's not really good for crime rates, you know, and how secure everyone feels. But you don't need to demolish any buildings, or very few. So then you have a connection there, but they need to get to places up here. So we're going to build that, and then we're building that, get across over there. Very much a zigzag, but it's alright. It's alright. Looks quite cool. You have to grid this off, as you may be seeing this in some earlier videos. So road gauge lines, not good, but you may be seeing it in some earlier videos that we have had a bit of. It was quite tricky to build these paths because these road gauge lines didn't really help us. It just made it worse. But now it's fixed, so that's alright. I thought we need a park in the middle, don't we? Yeah. What sort of park do they want? A plaza. Yeah, there. There. Why not? Why not build a big nice plaza? That is alright. Connected. Let's make a good connection to it. Ooh la la. And then make a whoopie turn. A little bit of a whoop turn. Like that. That is cool, isn't it? And then we add some buildings. Some high density commercial around this park. Would be great. Like that. And then we just take the rest is this sort of thing. But you know what? They do not want. They want all this sound pollution from this road. I don't want it. Nor the people that works there. So what we do, we can start off with doing this. We build a lot of trees, that will help a bit. But we are planning for the future, aren't we? Yeah, so what we're doing is that we're doing this sort of thing. And we want to discourage, honestly, we want to discourage motor cars, or the use of motor cars, especially for local journeys. But of course, trucks and such things need to be able to deliver things. So you make a sort of tunnel here. And the idea about this is that, oh my, too bad. But the idea about this is to get rid of a bit of noise pollution. You won't really get rid of everything, but you can always plant some trees. Small beech tree, what is that, alright? Plot. Freeform, this is cool. This isn't really freeform, this is just placing trees. Hey shit. That's a little bit too much for me. Oh. Just put trees in circles, don't you? No. There. Looks alright. It's quite beautiful. Maybe gonna add a stone or something. I mean, this looks beautiful, doesn't it? Circles of trees. Isn't that the future of landscaping design? No. Oh, it's ironic. Quite ironic. Oh, they have something. They're waiting for water. They want water. Well, you'll get water, Mr. Office Guy or whatever. I'm really satisfied with those trees there, even though their placement is not maybe perfect. There's yeah, but it's not here, so it's alright. It's in the okay locations. This seems to be like the original intersection for this map, this road. I haven't changed the intersection at all, but I won't do that unless it's a problem. Unless it's a problem. If it is a problem, then we need to fix that. We don't want to have that much on the local road. It will just cause havoc. Traffic. Oh, we got some queues there. People want to go over there. Shit, Sherlock. Oh, people moving in, or are people going in here? But you know what? As long as we know now is that if we're going the bus route here, then we have to think out something, because it won't be the most efficient route really. From big city, we get cool. We can buy a new area, and we're going to do that immediately. So we wanted to expand here near Stoneford. So we did that. We do that now, and what's that? You can check that out. I think it's some sort of resource. I think it is agricultural resource or room. No, it was something else, just land painting into the colour. It was ale. We'll see if we make use of the ale or not. At the moment we haven't made use of any raw materials, but maybe we'll see in the future. We'll see. I can tell you, if you play this game for a while before, it's often a decision whether you should have a lot of offices or a lot of industry, not really something in between. Of course you need a little bit of industry in order to serve the commercial areas, but not so much so that you really overwhelm it when you have offices at the same time. That was maybe a very simple explanation, but if you play this game, you really know the depth of that, what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. So that's that. But we need to connect. They need a bit better connections, don't they? It's connected there, and then there we go. Cool. Now they get a good connection there, and we have this roundabout with a lot of traffic. So we have quite a bit of traffic here when I look at it. So we have a lot of traffic, and they're basically going through here. But how is it looking? It looks like there's quite a bit of traffic that actually just goes out of the city. So either we can do that, we can serve them. It looks like it is quite a bit of what you say what? Don't say that they just go around in circles, because with doing that it's not really what we want. It looks like delivery van. Looks like most of this traffic is proper traffic, not private cars. So if you want to call proper traffic for that, that's not private cars. That means what they do, and they're going out, want to go out just to the highway, not necessarily only to the highway, but it looks like that. But they don't really have a good exit. They need to exit here, and all traffic that want to go from here to there also use the same junction. So of course it's going to be a bit of traffic, and yeah, it backs up quite a bit here. Then the question is, how should we design this so that we don't encourage more people to travel by car? How do we design this so that it fulfills the purpose of transporting the goods away from the city, so we don't cause havoc in traffic, but does not like overfill? It does not encourage road using. Or there's not much of bikes in the city. Well, if I would buy after dark or something like that sometime, then we can fix cycling in the city and get a sort of cyclable city. Oh, cool. We need to add another power plant because they're whining about electricity. And just looking at the costs here, the upkeep cost is quite a bit higher than for the coal power plants per energy unit. unit, yeah. So we're just going to add another power plant like this. There we go. There you go. They're probably going to whine about garbage, but don't do that yet. But anyhow, this traffic needs to be fixed. Is there? But I think we need to have an exit road from this place. Ooh. You need to enter. They can enter there. You can exit here, but you can really just exit. Yeah. Interesting. How's it going with public transport? Oh, it's quite a bit of people going there, but not as many as I wished, maybe. We can build a cool place here. A cool place here. I think it's going to be located here. No, because they cause a T-junction. Or they cause a proper crossing. You want a crossing that's right in between. Maybe road guidelines is a good thing to activate. In such a situation, it is a good thing to activate the road. I don't know. It is a good situation to activate the road guidelines, because then you have good use of it. Oh, what's the middle point in between those two junctions? But it's not always as useful. And I'm going to show you something that I made use of before. However, compared with that area, you'll see what the difference is, and you have to judge that for yourself. So what we have is basically, I think, just want to check this, how long it is. Okay, it's okay, times 5. So what you have is basically big squares with a lot of space in the middle, and in this space you can fill in paths and even get a bit of extra space for those buildings that are quite big to place, which you just don't, you know, because if you build just these 2x2s, then you'll get quite tight spaces, and these really big not monuments, but unique buildings won't really fit, so we have to redesign a bit. But yeah, so what you do here is that you have, for instance, we can have a metro station here. It would be a waste of money, but we can have a metro station there, and then what we can do is that we can add paths like this. You know what? There's really no need of building a metro station now. What we could do is that we could build a bus route instead, and it will fill exactly the same purpose. However, we need to prepare it for a use of the underground system. We have basically one point from where all the foot traffic comes to all the goal points that they're going to, all their destinations to be precise. So we would put a underground stop here, and we can put a path that leads from it. So, and usually, like, it looks a bit cooler to have bridges than tunnels. Tunnels are good because they don't take up as much lot space. However, they just don't. They're not secure. What we say. There's really no feeling security with them. Cool. So now we put down some pedestrian paths linking the different areas, and this is a area which has a lot of residential, and I think it would fit to have residential areas there as well. But maybe this is going to be a little story. how it will be high density. Add some, and they maybe want their local school, don't they? Yeah, you're gonna have a local school here, but near the trains, near the tube stop, the future tube stop. Add some work, and as we're transforming down the line, we're going to have transforming. You really say that. Now, as we're going down the line, we're going to have, not down the line, but that's more like as in the picture-like description. As we're going down, the line, going down the track in the sense, but it's not really a track here. It's going down the map, so to say. In this case, here we have some offices because they're asking for it. We have a really high demand for offices, so it will be great. And what we could have there is actually a little shop. I think they will be grateful for that. Will be quite some few shops there, and we'll see what will happen with this area, if it builds up quite fast or not. So we add some, maybe here we can have some more things like that. There we go. Fill it in, and fill this in as well. So it's a building. Cool. People want to know dead bodies. That's a classic, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So all those logistical things with traffic and dead bodies and things, we need to fix them soon. Because, you know, in this game there's nothing such as here's us going by public transport, so we still have to deal with things like that. So, and it's this roundabout here. Is it the angle? Yeah, I think it is the angle. Because are the traffic stopping or it's just going slowly like that? It could be at the angle. Could be it. It's just going slow and it's just a lot of traffic. Maybe that's because it's the only road. We could have done this in a few other cities which I built, is that I've done basically in ramp like this. Down here the ramps going in the city, into the city here, and then I have ramps going out of the city, maybe here. But I feel that this sort of encourages use of motor cars if you do that, and we don't really want to encourage that. So what we're going to do is make this on-ramp quite close. How it will be on the same road, so that's a bit... You can discuss that if you want to. But we're just going to build it. This is quite a lazy way of doing it, but we're going to build it however. So add a little curve here. Hey, come on, come on, come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy to connect. I don't like these angles, but that's alright. That's alright. Get a little bit of a fly under situation here. There, and then we can... No. Let's get up. And you know what? You know what? You know what? Cool. No, that looks disgusting here. I don't want that. Don't want that. Let's try again. That's alright. Now we got the in one there and the out one there. And didn't look too bad. We got this little footprint here, big curve, but that was alright. And this tunnel, we got a little tunnel entry, but All in all, it's not that bad. We'll see how traffic changes. However, if this encourages people to use motor cars, I'm a bit that's not really an incentive. Let's name this district, and we're going to name it. What are we going to name it? Well, we're going to name it Maple Hills. No, we're not. We're going to name it Gauge Hill. Gauge Hill. You know, as in railway gauge. Oh, Gauge Hill offices. Aye. There we go. And then we write offices. There we go. Right. Quite a bit of traffic on the road here. But does it look like trucks and things? Yeah, it looks mostly like trucks, so it's not too bad. Motor cars, don't like that. But it looks like there's a lot of like delivery trucks delivering things to stores. Not a lot of trucks actually. Are you going to cross the street? Who's going to cross the street? Heather Simpson. Oh. It's Heather Simpson. Oh, no, traffic's a bit better. No, people are using this one instead. Oh well. And this place is growing. That's alright. How's stone for being? Okay. We could maybe, I think, what could we do? We could do things. You know what? This is quite a cool thing, and what we can do here is that we can show that there was a highway here before. So it's like okay, there's a highway going under, but we're going to show that it was a highway here before, and you know, look how cool we've done a forest here, and look what the ground had looked before, before they built the highway. You know, it was just forest, but no, it was just field. But really to show the differences between the road, I mean the infrastructure like the road, and the buildings around, and what it could have looked like if there wasn't a road there, as it was before. So that's cool. We have a little bit of forest here. That's cool. A little bit of traffic, not too bad. How's traffic going here? It's going alright. It's just a little bit to this junction. It's not too bad. Not too bad. There's a lot of people wanting to turn left, mate. Yeah. Is anyone using these paths? Yeah, quite a few, but not a lot. Maybe it's a long walking distance. They're like, I don't want to walk. I take my car instead. And like him, he's like, I don't want to walk. I take my car instead. Was it going to financial news? Kathleen Hunter. She's working at finance. Okay. Oh yeah. There. Okay. You parking? There we go. There you. Oh, wait. No. Pause. No, there. It was like the last second light, I think. Rose. Yeah, she lives there, and she wanna go. Yeah, I bear with you. I understand. You're living in this area. It doesn't really have any good public transport, so you're like, I'll take my car instead. But you still have to do a detour up there, so. Well, okay then, I know what she does. We can see how is the public transport usage. Is this one actually I don't want to build a stop. For instance, is the metro route good? Oh, 88% of car trips saved. Isn't that very good? I mean, I haven't got those high ratings. That's a good and high rating. 88%. That's really high, at least for me. But maybe for someone else watching this video, it's not a high rating. But how does the bus routes look? I guess it's like 30% each. It's 26 for that one. For number 2, then yeah, it's I was at 4%, so this one is pretty bad. Number 2, the blue one. It doesn't really save anyone's journeys. No, it's just a little or maybe we'll change that to something else that will have better use for it. And yeah, Regent's Village, they need a bit of things. And the grey line, the dark grey one, yeah, 20%. It's quite okay, but it's not as good as we want it to. Right, so we'll see it over. We'll overlook it. Fairview via. This makes me thinking. They need a bit of public transport, but they have good connections, I would say, rather good. These need public transport. These need public transport. They need that. They have public transport. They need public transport. Okay. So it looks like what we're going to build is a route that goes a circular route that goes whoop, and then we remove number 2 instead. Then the number 2 bus is going to be removed. So we're going to build. We start a route. Hey, let me start. No, that's some tubes. There we go. And we start my route here. Is it left or right hand drive? No, it's right. We'll stop there. We'll stop there. And then we have a stop there. And a stop there. There. There we can add a little path to make it better. There. Because right now what we'll have now is that they have good public transport, but quite a bit of walk to get there into that stage. Yeah, but I think it's good. It's good. Add stop there. 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 And then we're going to add a little route here. Add it in there. There's a tree. I'm really satisfied with Regent's Village. It really satisfies me. So then we have it there. It's cool. We'll see how it goes with this line. If it is successful, we'll remove line number 2 and check what we can improve on this line to get it better. Otherwise, we'll do something else. So there we had a little stop. Yeah. So next time we are going to change some things. We're going to do a big overlook of the bus network and see how we can improve it to today's standards. And we're going to basically how we can improve foot traffic and bus traffic, and maybe we're going to build a new metro line. We'll see that, and maybe we're going to have an overlook on the actual road traffic and see how we can expand for another industrial place. For instance, if we want to feel that we want to build an ore industrial state, which we handle all things. We are going to build such. So there's quite a few things that we're going to do in the next episode, as I say. Overlook the buses, overlook the pass, and overlook the metro, and maybe add a raw material specialised in industrial area. So that's alright. So do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to press that red button below. And as you might not know, Rails&Games has a Patreon channel, which you can check out in the link in the description below.